EmceeTV.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy, that motherfucker Steve. You watching EmceeTV, the podcast coming at you live from Lightroom Studios. As always, with me, I got my bro.
This your boy, Big Ray West, B-I-double-G, representing the west side of Des Moines, Iowa, not to be confused with the coast, you know.
And tonight, extra special guest we got coming at you live, piping him in through the motherfucking internet. We got my homie, Jamazz.
What up?
What's good, dog? How you been?
What up? Man, good, man. I've been real good.
Nice, nice.
How you feeling, homie, man?
I mean, I'm feeling good, man. Just move making and, creating and all that good shit. Trying to wear all the different hats, be a Renaissance man, shit,
Shit, man. Where you from, man? Where you at?
Well, right now I'm in Omaha, Nebraska. That's where I've been for a minute. I'm from St. Louis. But,
St. Louis?
I've been here.
Hey, you can find me in St. Louis. Yeah, all that.
But I'm in. Actually, technically, I'm in Council Bluffs, Iowa right now. But I just moved like this. I'm still moving shit in and shit. So, but
how was Thanksgiving for you, man? What'd you do for the holidays? Where'd you spend the holidays at?
At my old lady's fam's house. It was a big get together, and I probably was awake maybe 45 minutes of the whole thing. I got there, I smashed, and then I was like out on the couch and shit. Kids was waking me up, and I was just like,
what's your favorite shit to smash on Thanksgiving, Cuddy?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to say, I don't know. They made this. So there was this. One of her aunts made this shit where it was pumpkin pie, but it was like a whip, and she had a bowl of vanilla wafers, and you dipped the vanilla wafers in the whip.
Yeah,
and it was like, oh man, it was gas.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a joint. So, yeah, I'm more of this sweets guy on Thanksgiving, but. I fucks with the turkey and shit.
Hell yeah. I'm all about some turkey.
That turkey make you sleepy.
Yeah, dude. You get the itis quick.
Yeah, the itis be whooping your ass, boy. Thanksgiving was off the chain, man. We did the same thing, dog. With the moms, with all my kids, the wife, you know what I'm saying? Other extended family, man. We did it big as fuck. Cooked up everything under the sun. Motherfucking candy yams, mac and cheese, green bean casserole, fried chicken, turkey, collard greens, motherfucking.
Damn, y'all did the fried chicken.
Oh
too?
Yeah, every year mandatory.
Oh,
all that food he didn't bring me in one plate.
I thought you was on a diet, Cuddy. My bad, man.
Probably need to be after that.
But shit, after all that, smashing them plates, dog, it's like, fuck, I need to go to the gym, dog.
The funny thing, what's funny is I was actually talking about Steve on Thanksgiving because one of her relatives was talking about what's his name, Bill Burr or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I said I got a homeboy that looks just like that motherfucker. And I was showing him a picture. He was like, "Damn, you do." I'm like, "Yeah." No.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, man. Like, whew. You could be like, y'all could be straight up twins, straight up brothers.
When we were in Omaha, we were at the Funny Bone, and we went and saw Bert Kreischer, who runs with Bill Burr and all them. They all homies from the Comedy Store out in L.A. And we were kicking it with him after the show, and I went up and was dapping him up and kicking it with him. You know what I mean? And he was like, "Bro, you look like my homie Bill Burr." I was like, "Damn!" Like when your friends say that, you know what I mean? Then you kind of look like dude.
Yeah, you do too.
Appreciate it.
That Crash, what's his name? The cat you went to see? Is it the dude from the Machine? That movie?
Oh, in the new movie that he just came out with?
Yeah. It's called The Machine, right? The guy you went to see in Omaha.
Oh, Bert.
Yeah, get them speakers all the way.
Yeah.
if we could.
Well, I don't want the mics to pick it up. That's why.
It's hard to hear, Cody. But
Yeah.
okay.
Let me see what I can do.
Yeah, yo. What if I got closer to the phone?
That's beautiful.
Except we don't. All we get is like half your face.
They're like, y'all.
Hey, speaking of that, have you heard? Did you hear the new album?
Yeah, I listened to the whole. I haven't heard the whole album, but he was on. Was it Big Boy? Big Boy in the morning.
Oh, nice. The Breakfast Club or whatever.
He was. They just played. They was playing
Big Boy's Neighborhood.
And shit all morning. Yeah, and they was playing Busta Rhymes all day, but they played a few of the jump offs, but it just like the shit he was talking about was just dope. Like he was dropping knowledge about
Yeah,
shit. Like,
I'm excited, bro. I ordered that new album, and I got a signed copy of it and the vinyl both coming. I'm excited as shit. He said he got Timberland on there, Swiss Beats.
Yeah.
Everybody in their mom.
He got some new cats on there, some of the younger cats and shit, but you know how Buster do. Buster just
Legendary.
He just evolves. He just keeps evolving. That's how he stays relevant. He keeps evolving and changing. With however the shit is, he just basically comes and be like, I'm gonna take your style and just throw my shit in there and just fucking just kill it,
Yep.
So.
Man, I wasn't really feeling Busta's last album. What was it? Elements. You know what I'm saying?
No, the last one was Extinction Level.
I think that was
Part 2.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. I said Elements. My
Extinction
bad.
Level Part. I don't think I heard it.
I wasn't really feeling that shit. I bought that shit for sure. I know I got that motherfucker. The last one he did before this one, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not fucking with the evolution of Busta or something, or maybe it's just beat selection. I don't know what the fuck it is, but.
I feel like I'm getting. I can tell I'm getting old because I'm doing the back in my day type of shit. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I've been like going back and listening. Like today, I was like, I was bumping just Camp Low. They first album, and then like I guess they've had a few more albums, but like one of them was I think it's like the Get Down Brothers, I think that's what it's called. Camp Low's album. Fucking, that shit's banging. And then I was bumping Alcoholics. I always be bumping them motherfuckers. And then
I definitely fuck with the Alcoholics heavy.
Yeah. You always gotta fuck with them. And then Goody Mob's last album, that Age Against the Machine.
Hell yeah.
That shit, I was fucking with that one too.
So what do you do? What do you do? Are you do music? You rap? You producer? You filmographer? Give us the breakdown, man, for those that don't know.
I'm one of the greatest MCs ever.
Say it again, bro.
Hey, hang on one second.
I'm one of the greatest MCs ever.
Okay, talk your shit.
To bless the mic. No, I rap and shit. I write. I produce. I've recently started DJing, fucking with that. Just kind of doing a little bit of everything, but my strong suit and what's gotten me doing, where I'm at and all that is my MCing, So I've done the battle shit and the battles and the just straight up album shit and all that, but yeah.
So are you?
And I just dropped like in October, I dropped an album. I was trying to do. I don't know what I was doing, but I dropped an album each week in October.
Damn.
A record or a full album?
Full album.
Oh shit.
Each week. Yeah. So I did. And when I did that, like Spotify made me like a featured artist one of those weeks, because I don't know if it was just because I was like bam, 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 bam on them and shit, but I fucking dropped. I dropped 3. It ended up being 3 because one of them came out in November. But each of the first album had I had Sid on a couple of joints, and Keen, them, and then I had.
Hey, and for those that don't know, who is Sid? Break that down for him.
Sid Wilson, no relation. to Steve.
Maybe he's a distant cousin. We don't know for sure, but you know.
Yeah. He's the DJ from Slipknot.
Hello.
From here in Des Moines,
and,
legendary.
From Des Moines, and I did this guy Beat Wife, who's from Scotland, who was one of the producers that was under like Sid's label, which was I think it was like Mach 2.5 or something like that, Entertainment or something. But he's the one that produced the tracks, and then the album I dropped the next week was a combination of that guy, and then I produced some of them, and then I had Little Breeze and a couple of other features on that second album, and then the Alien Hybrid. That's what I call it, the Alien Hybrid, because that's what I do. I rep that alien life. That's what that is. That's my fucking prison tag and shit. The Alien Hybrid album, I produced the whole album. I wrote the whole album, produced the whole album, and I have no features on it.
All right, so we got to run it back because that was a lot. We got to dig in now.
Yeah, I know.
So, all right, so I know you used to fuck with Sid back in the day, and obviously you guys still rock together and everything. How did you guys first start doing? Well, okay, before you even get to that, like you're originally from St. Louis. How did you get to Omaha? Because that's where I met you, was Omaha.
Okay, so how I got to Omaha was I was on the basketball court, and some kids started roughing me up, and then my mom's was like, "I'm moving to." No, I'm just kidding. That's Fresh Prince. No, so
You're moving with your auntie and your uncle.
I was, you had me locked in. I was like, "Oh shit, he got that same story."
You need to stop hanging with black folks, Steve. We live wild.
Right. So no, when I was 16, I moved to Omaha. It kind of maybe would have been a similar situation, but my dad was like, I was getting in heavy with like GDs and shit, and I was clowning and shit, and Pops was like, he had a brother that lived in Omaha. Well, it was actually Bellevue. He moved me down here. I started going to like Bellevue West, and then I ended up staying and doing music and shit here, and then like when I started fucking with Sid, I want to. The first time I met Sid, he wasn't in Slipknot. He was DJing raves, and I'd go to the raves, and like I'd be like the only one freestyling over like drum and bass and techno and shit, and they'd have these dudes from like the UK doing like the blah blah blah, and I just would like grab the mic and just rip them. They just like, what the fuck, and I just be ripping them, just freestyling.
That's hard.
Blah, blah, blah. And then I played like fast forward. I played House of Bricks? Is that the one? That's, yep. It's not there no more.
Nah.
House of Bricks. Man, that was a classic spot.
It was.
But I played House of Bricks, and by this time Sid was in Slipknot, and I didn't even know he was in Slipknot. But he was. I played the show there, and he was at the show, and he came up and was like, "Hey man, you remember me?" And I was like, kinda, He was like, "I used to DJ the raves and shit, Starscream." That's what he was calling himself. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember you shit." He was like, "I got a studio here." He was like, "But you gotta come through and we'll fuck around and shit." I was like, "All right, man." So like I went and I fucked around. I was like, "Damn, it's a nice studio and shit." Fuck with him. He was like, when the next time we play, and he didn't say who. He was just like, "Next time we play Omaha, I'll we'll meet up and I'll get you passes and shit." So Slipknot played it was CenturyLink is what it used to be called, the arena here. They played that, and I met him down at Zio's Pizza, and fucking he gives me these passes, and I'm like, "Oh shit, man, this that CenturyLink?" I'm like, "Damn, who the fuck you playing with?" And he was like, "Slipknot." And I was like, "Slipknot?" I'm like, "Well, what do you do?" He was like, I DJ and shit. It's a metal band." And I was like, oh, okay. I was a little disappointed and shit, but I was like, so I went to the show, and I fucking, I was, they had me backstage, and then they had a special area right on the side of the stage that was separate from the rest of the crowd. You know what I mean? So, like, I go and I'm sitting there, and it's just me, and I was in the green room beforehand, and I had, like, some fucking, like, pot roast and shit from the green room, and I'm sitting there. It's like me. I'm just, like, by myself. I got a Jack and Coke and some pot roast, and I'm looking, and it's like 10,000 fucking people and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, who the fuck is these motherfuckers? And then I watched the show, and then I watched Corey make 10,000 people drop to the fucking ground simultaneously and shit with a wave of a hand. I'm like, first of all, there's way too many white folks under one white man control for me up in this one. But so afterwards, I was like, man, I'm like, I want to like that. I'm like, you doing some shit. So he was like, he was like, let's do an album. And I was like, all right. So I went down, and I'd go probably like once a week, and I'd drive down to Des Moines, and we just fuck around in the studio. And I started recording my own album with him, and he was producing it. And then it turned from that to, he was like, he wanted to jump on a couple of cuts, like, and actually rap and shit. And so he started jumping on a couple of cuts. And it turned into, man, we should get like a live band. And then it turned into, man, let's just make a group. You know what I mean? And then it was like, then all of a sudden I'm like, man, don't you, like, you got this Slipknot shit, you know? And he was like, man, I want to do this shit. Like, he was adamant on it. He was like, I want to do this shit. And then he basically was like, he came down one day, and I was at, I don't know if you remember Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Mars had the tattoo shop and shit. And, I just got a tattoo, and Sid came down, and he was going to get a tat. And he was like, hey, man, I set up a tour. I was like, a tour for what? He was like, a tour like for us to go on the road and shit. I'm like, they're doing what? And I was like,
doing what?
The shit we recorded. Yeah, he was like, the shit we recorded. I'm like, he's like, this motherfucker had a band and everything set up. And I was like, I'm like, who's the band? He was like, dude, they've been listening to the shit. They know the music. We just gonna go do this. I was like, all right. Then this motherfucker pull up to I live like Midtown at the time in Omaha and shit. This motherfucker pulls up in a fucking tour bus and blocks the whole motherfucking street and picks me up for the fucking tour. And all my neighbors coming out looking at it. I'm like, they might rob this nigga. I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, damn. And then my chick, she see the bus, and then she start crying. She's like, oh man, oh da da da. And he's like, don't worry, you know, I'm gonna make your man a star. And blah blah blah. I'm like, this shit crazy as fuck. So we did that tour. Then we ended up jumping on. Then we played Gathering of the Juggalos, was the worst experience of my life. Don't ever do that. If you are asked to do it, don't ever do that. I was walking around in like fresh ass Jordans, like, one of you motherfuckers spray me with Faygo. Oh my god, I'm clapping right in this motherfucker. I sat in a trailer with Vanilla Ice for fucking 2 days to escape the heat and shit. Chilled with that dude for 2 fucking days. Rob's ass, fucking drinking Red Stripes.
That's comedy.
But yeah, no, that shit was. I ended up doing, like, I ended up moving to Venice Beach, California for a little while. We lived out there. We got a studio. On the one album that I got, that's how I got Daniel Curtis Lee and Hutch Dano from Disney, Zeke and Luther rapping on my shit. And they're actually on one of the albums that I dropped. I kept the shit. They're on one of them. And yeah, I just met I met a bunch of different motherfuckers. And then I came back, and this cat hit me up, and he was like, he wanted me to do this like little small stint in Boston. It was like Boston, New Jersey, and New York. And I was like, cool. So I went down there, and when I got off the plane, this dude rolls up in a fucking Mercedes, right? And I'm like, oh, this dude's balling. But it wasn't the dude who booked me for the show. It was this Asian dude. And I'm like, all right. And he tells me that the other cat, I guess he was military, and he got deployed. Now, check this out. This is crazy. This is all by chance this happens. All right, this other dude books me for the show, right? And he was a fan of me and Sid shit. Sid went on the road with Slipknot, and I was like, well, I'll come do the shit. And he was like, that works for me. He gets deployed. This motherfucker sends Jimmy Kane
from Wu-Tang.
To pick me up. From Wu-Tang, the Wu-Tang's manager. That's who picks me up. So I get in this motherfucker's whip. I don't know who the fuck he is, but he gives me like 4 jars of different kinds of weed with label on it. Pays me for the whole fucking little jaunt that I'm out there before I even touch a fucking mic. goes and gets me my rooms that I don't even end up staying in because I end up being this motherfucker just end up kicking it. And then I find out that he's fucking the vice president of Wu-Tang management and shit. So then through him, that's when I met Freeway, met Capadonna. And then I did that little joint, and then he wanted to sign me to Protection Neck Records. And Sid was like, "Why would you do that? I already pay you." You know what I mean? He was like, "Why would you do that? Like you drop shit, and I already pay you. So that would be you'd be giving up, your music when you have complete freedom to do what you want right now." So I told him I wouldn't do it, but I told him I'd look for people for him. So then he started paying me to go around to city and find people that they could like try to sign or work with and shit. So
kind of like an A&R.
During that process, I booked a show for Capadonna in Omaha, right? You remember Shorty, DJ Shorty from 106.9, the radio station?
Oh here?
Yeah. Okay, so Capadonna's playing Omaha. All of Wu-Tang is playing Somerset in fucking what is that, Minnesota?
Oh, Soundset. Yep.
Festival. Soundset. Yeah.
Yep.
And he was like, he hit me up. He's like, "Hey, could you come down here?" He was like, "I'll get you passes to the whole Wu show and all that, and pick me up, and I'll ride back with you to Omaha." So Shorty's she's a huge Wu-Tang fan. I mean, this shit's got like gold Wu-Tang W earrings and shit. She be rocking to the radio station like all that. So I'm like, "Hey, drive me down to pick up Capadonna." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, drive me down to pick up Capadonna." So we go down, we pick up Cap. When we go to watch the Wu show, I look over, and Shorty is standing with Schoolboy Q watching Wu-Tang.
What?
And she just looked like that bitch looked like she was gonna float, like she was just gonna turn into pure energy and float away, like she was she was just like what's happening? So we ride back. Cap is chilling. I'm like, "Hey man, you want the front?" He's like, "No, I'll take the back seat." I'm like, "This nigga cool." So we get to my crib. I'm like, "I got you a hotel room." He's like, "Well, I was like, we can go get some food and all that." And then he was like, "Oh man, why don't we just cook some joints here and shit?" And I'm like, "All right." So me and this nigga in the grocery store. I'm in the grocery store at Capadonna, walking around buying motherfucking ribs and shit. And we fucking come back, we grill, and no bullshit. Fucking, I just split with my chick, the one that was crying about me going on tour. This is like, this is the progression of how things go. So I just split with her. And me and Cap are sitting there eating. And somebody knocks on the door. Boom, boom, boom. Go open it. It's a fucking sheriff, right?
What?
The motherfucker hit me with a protection order. Because my ex was like, "Man, you ain't gonna see your kids, da-da-da-da-da." So he hit me with a protection order. So I shut the door and I'm like, Cap looks up and he's like, "Damn, was that a protection order and shit?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Man, bitches ain't shit, man." He was like, I missed 2 motherfucking Wu tours over child support." And I was like,
"Damn."
"No, he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, man, that's why." He was like, "That's why I was driving the fucking cab around and shit, trying to pay that shit so I get my passport." I was like, "No shit." Then that nigga was like, "You want to do a song?" I'm like, "Yes, I do." me and that nigga we ended up dropping like 3 cuts. I put one of them. We put out. We did this little joint because it was around the time Trayvon Martin got killed. So we did this joint about that's basically about him. And we just like took clips of the new shit and put that on there and shit. And then after that, like me and Cap just got cool. Like we was cool. Like he was like, "Here, man, my name." He goes, "I'm gonna send you a friend request. It's me." He goes, "My name's Daryl Hill." And I was like, "Okay." And he like did it right there. And it's like, so if you go on my Facebook and you look up Daryl Hill and my friends, that's Capadonna. That's the real Capadonna's Facebook page.
Oh, that's dope.
So he hit me off with that. And then that dude would just come down and do shows like here and there. And then he called me, and then I went out and I played a show with him at Freeway in fucking Jersey at fucking the Blue Room. Retarded. But like all that shit links because when I went to play with Cap and Freeway, that's when there was an after party, and it was that wrestler chick China.
Yeah.
She was at the after party, and fucking Danny Diablo. me and Danny kicked it that night, and that's how I know Danny. Now
This was years and years ago, right?
Yeah, and then, yeah. Now just this year, I went on tour with Head PE. We're in fucking Wisconsin, and fucking I'm sitting at the table, and Danny walks up to me, motherfucker, what you doing here? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? We randomly run into each other at the Head PE joint in fucking Wisconsin. He's like, oh, I moved here now. I'm like, what?
Oh, he don't live in New York anymore?
Like, nah, this dude, like, he started like hardcore punk in fucking New York. You know what I mean? Like, now he's in Wisconsin. Like, what? And then what are the chances I'd run into him?
Right.
And I'm like, yo, man, we gotta do like a tour or something. He's like, give me your number right now, and I gave it to him. I go and finish the tour with Ed PE, and I get back, and that motherfucker hit me up and was like, what's up on the tour shit? And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, let's do that. So I fucking started, trying to get that shit set up and fucking, do that, and then fucking from that, because I wasn't even supposed to go on tour with Ed PE. That was an accident too, because I know Jeremiah from when me and Sid did the it was like Cottonmouth Kings, American Head Charge. I forget what the fucking tour was called, but like they were all on it. And then we all went to South by Southwest, and we were playing multiple venues. And the Head PE's drummer, me and him got like super tight on that little tour. So whenever they would come through, he would always hit me up, and we would just like, half the time I didn't even go to the show. We would just go like eat a Star Deli, and I'd let his wife hang out and shit, and like his wife and my chick are cool, and like it was like that. So fucking a few months ago, he was moving from Cali to Michigan, and he was like, he hit me up. He was like, hey man, can I plug in my RV at your spot for a little bit to charge it? And I'm like, yeah. So he plugs it in, and we end up chilling. He probably stays for like 2 days and shit. We got the bonfire in the back, we chilling, we drinking fucking Coors Lights and shit. And he's like, man, you still doing music? I'm like, I really ain't been doing shit lately, man. I'm like, it's been a minute. Like, and I was like, that was real talk, I'm like, I ducked out of it for a minute. And he was like, man, you fucking you always killed it, dude. He's like, don't stop doing music, He's like, you want to.
That's dope.
But that's all he said. That was all he said about it. And then 2 weeks after that, he was like, hey man, you want to go on tour with us? And I was like, man, I ain't really did shit. He was like, just come. He was like, we'll pay you, and he was like, just to see what happens. So I go on tour with him, and this is in July, okay? So I'm on tour with him, and I'm just like, I really ain't doing shit. Like I'm not performing or nothing. I'm kind of just like hanging around, and they paying me, and they got me like doing miscellaneous shit on the tour. Like sometimes I would help Trauma set up his drums. Sometimes I fucking just chill at the merch table and try to slang some. I was just doing random shit, what I mean? And but I was getting cool with all the fellas and shit. And Jared, the lead singer, we was getting real cool. And then we played this festival in Illinois. It was like a big outdoor festival, and 2 of the bands dropped out. By this time, all the other band members in Head PE, they've made me rap at this point. Like they've heard, at one point, like we were in Seattle, and I'm walking with Nick, the guitar, and he's like, man, I heard you got bars, man. And I was like, fuck it, and I spit. He's like, damn. So they've all heard me by now, except for Jared, except for the lead singer. So these cats drop out, and they're like, if you got anybody that can fill the time, and fucking Nate's like, Jamazz can do it. I'm like, what? You're like, do it. I'm like, fuck. So I'm looking through my phone and shit, like old emails, seeing if I got some kind of set.
I need some music.
So I did it, but I was making the whole time I've been making beats and shit. So I just pulled up some beats and I threw the motherfuckers on and I freestyled.
Oh shit.
No bullshit, bro.
In front of how many people?
No bullshit. This is probably like 370.
Oh shit.
I just ripped it, dude. I fucking decimated that shit. So I decimated it so hard. Whatever my imaginary job was, I lost it the next day. We pull over to Planet Fitness, Everybody's off the bus. I'm doing laundry down at the laundromat. I walk back. Jared's walking out of fucking Planet Fitness. He's like, "Hey man, can I holler at you?" I'm like, "Yeah." So we go on the bus. He's got like all my loot for the whole tour with little strips around it that say 500. You know? And he's like, "Hey man, you want me to get you a plane ticket?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "Straight, there's no bullshit. If I'm lying, I'm dying." The motherfucker said, "You should not be here right now." He was like, "You should be in a bus following us." He was like, "I don't know what the fuck you're doing right now." He was like, "But this ain't." He was like, "You go fucking get back into your shit." He was like, "'Cause you are nice." He was like, "We can hang out whenever you want. We do songs together, but you ain't just sitting here doing this wasting away shit." He was like, "Go do some shit."
That's hard.
Motherfucker gave me my loot. Fucking gave me my loot. Fucking got me. I was like, I'll take a train. I'll take a little scenic route because we were in Battle Creek, Michigan, and fucking yeah, it was funny because I was like, you know what, just leave me here. I'll go. I'll take a fucking Uber, but I didn't realize they didn't have Ubers in Battle Creek, Michigan. But I was like, I'll take an Uber, and they're like driving the bus, and then the bus stops, and then they're calling me. "Are you sure, man? You don't want?" I'm like, "No, man, I'm good, man. I'm good." I'm like, I'm just, they're all texting. They're all like, "Man, dude, you are so cold. Don't fuck," And then the rest of the tour, they're just all of them are just like sending me pictures of candy bars, emojis of candy bars, and shit. Like, "You got bars," like just fucking just clown shit, because they're like, "Dude, you fucking killed it." So
shit, you got me excited to listen to your music, shit,
bro. So from that, Trauma was like, "Hey man, this tour's got 2 weeks left." He was like, "We're doing a fucking album. We're doing it." I was like, "Okay, whatever. We're doing an album." He's like, "No, we're doing a fucking album." And so, sure enough, this motherfucker gets back and he put me on blast on Facebook and was like, somebody was like, "Yeah, good you back." He was like, "Yeah, it's real good I'm back because I'm about to do this album with Jamazz Mays, tag, boom, blast." I'm like, "Damn, man." So this motherfucker, him and the guitar player, make some cold ass fucking live. I mean, it's live shit, live drums, live guitar, and he sends me 4 tracks, and he's all like weirdly nervous about
this is
it.
this is the drummer and the guitar player for Hippie.
Trauma.
Yeah,
and the drummer is insane. He's one of the sickest fucking drummers I've ever seen in my life. Like,
he's like Alienware or whatever.
Dude, he's like, and like when he drums, he's like looks like Animal from fucking the Muppets. He's just like, but it's like he's like, it's hard to explain. But he sends me these tracks, and I was like, "All right, I'll hit you up tomorrow." And I think he thought I meant like I was just gonna hit him up. But I took the tracks and I fucking went home, and I dropped them bitches that night.
Oh, that's hard.
All 4 of them. Sent that shit to him. That motherfucker was like, "Hold on, because I'm using a different phone, so I'll show you." This motherfucker just responds and goes, "Holy shit." Hold on, here we go. Jeremiah head. Here, just so you can see the headpiece.
Oh, yep.
Mushroom head. All right, so, and then he had me send him the lyrics and shit, because he was like, "You are brain fucking me right now." He goes, "Dude, your lyrics are fucking wild. They're insanely cerebral." He was like, "It's like you're telling our story. I don't know how you're in my head." Like, just like, he was like straight up. Like, he's like, and I'm like, "Well, let's fucking do." I was like, he goes, "Man, I really wish that, you had stayed on the thing longer so we could have done more shit or something." And I was like, and then I say, he said, "I'm going to say I wish because, I don't pray." And then I said, "Yeah, because gods don't pray." And then he was like, "That's what it's called." Like, he was like,
"Oh shit, gods don't pray."
And I was like, "Gods don't pray?" He was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, that shit sound right." So now that just turned into, he's like, "Man, I'm gonna get the drummer from Tantric to replace me and play the drums so I can fucking sing and shit." and like do your background vocals and put like the whole nine. Like I'm like, so like that project, that shit's about to be. He was like, we can have it done by the first of the year, so that's about to be fucking project.
That's hard as fuck.
And then I got, you know, yeah, and that shit. It's just crazy because it's like it all starts with just one thing and just kind of like just spreads out to where it's like you know, there's like avenues that anything that I ever tried to do never seems to work out. But shit that I just don't, you know, like I'm not thinking about it, or I guess I'm going with the ebb and flow of the universe or whatever you want to call it. That's the shit that just like it pushes itself and makes itself, you know what I mean? Like makes you become part of that, you know. And just like with Big Dog and the Urban Outlaw shit that we're doing.
Yeah.
He's fucking. So we're going to Vegas. The Diablo Fest. Danny's got like this big thing with like Scarhead and all this shit on the 1st. We actually fly out Thursday. We fly out Thursday in Vegas. Me and Big Dog do. Big Dog, I brought Big Dog in on the shit. Big Dog's got the jewelry company. He makes the grills and the shit.
Yep.
And he just made fucking Danny this sick ass chain. He's like, we'll go down. We're gonna go to Vegas, and then we gonna fucking at the end of the night, we're gonna hit Danny off with this chain in front of everybody.
That's hard.
Fucking, bam! Bless this dude with a chain. He took the because it's Danny Diablo, so he took the Daredevil, fucking double D's like that.
Yeah.
Fucking emeralds and shit. Fucking bam, bam, bam. He's like, we gonna go bless you with the chain because he hit. Because Big Dog knows about my rebel alien shit, so he was like, man, he was like, fuck that. He was like, you the fucking predator, because you be eating these motherfuckers, you be hunting them down and shit. My fucking baby, the fucking.
Hey, that's hard, bro.
Predator, fucking predator pin and the shit. So when I go out there, I'll be like, I put the motherfucking predator pin on these motherfuckers. It's like, and then this part.
I fuck with right that, here, bro. That's hard as hell.
This shit right here.
Bottle opener.
Opens. All day. All day. All day. And he's got the Predator ring coming for me too. So I'm gonna be like,
that's hard.
Yeah. Shit's dope. But yeah, man, that shit just like that shit probably like 9 months ago, I was like, man, I ain't even gonna rap no more. I was like, I ain't gonna do shit. I was learning DJing. I got super nice to that. I be doing crazy mixes. Like I'll have fucking Prince playing When the Doves Cry, and then all of a sudden, like it'll be like, dun. It'll be like, you know, this is what it sounds like when the doves cry. And then right when that shit drops, it's like, let me see how the fucking feel. Let me want to jump over the edge. And I have fucking Twister spitting over that fucking dun, 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 dun. Fucking sound crazy as fuck. Motherfuckers like, damn. So I was fucking with that for a little bit, but when I just started fucking. When all those opportunities started coming back and shit, I just been on beast mode. And Big Dog's like, dude, he was like, you must have been blessed by somebody. He was like, I don't understand how you are just like, because when old boy sent me those 4 songs, I wrote them that night, dropped them and sent them. Big Dog sent me 12 tracks for the Urban Outlaws. I did those tracks in 2 days. The 12 tracks.
Damn it.
I like literally was like every few hours I send them 3 songs. Every few hours I send them 3. Like I was like, he was like, what the fuck? And I was just like, and now it's like, now it's easier than before. It's funny. one of the tracks, I'm like, I go word around town, I'm a has-been. And I go, well, has it been a minute since I've been in it? It has been. Like, you know, and then I just start, you know, I'm just like, just laying about, like, a lot of shit. I'm just laying down, like, I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to talk about all of the, you know, the experience.
It's been an epic ride.
Everything. Right, yeah. I'm like, I'm just going to talk about that shit, and it comes super easy to me to talk about that shit. And I'm like, I'm always clever and lyrical. I've been a clever guy.
Yeah.
I've been a clever guy most of my life. I'm a clever guy. The things fit together, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, Mr. Clever Man. What's your top 5 rappers of all time?
Oh, I love this question. I love it because I'm very I I don't ever say, well, you can't compare this, and you can't compare this, or you can't.
Make sure you put them in order too. Then
I must say, oh no, this is easy. I don't even go to 5. I just do 2. I just do.
Oh
2.
shit.
Okay, the number one motherfucking MC, and I don't give a fuck who gets that, is fucking Eminem. The second fucking dopest MC is Andre from Outkast. Bottom line, and this is why I say that, because I feel like I'm the dopest MC in the world. But if you can fucking make me feel jealous when you say certain things, then you are a beast. And those motherfuckers have consistently throughout my life and have bars where I wish I would have thought of them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, straight up.
Hey, them fools are definitely top tier. Can't nobody be mad at that.
Dude, that motherfucker said I'll rip a tree out the ground and flip it upside down before I turn over a new leaf. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come the fuck on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gave Bruce Wayne a volume and told him to settle down. I need a combat, man. Get it? Combat, man. Like, come on, man. I came into this world high as a bird from secondhand cocaine powder. I know it sounds absurd. I never tuned it, but it's in my veins. Actually, speaking of Andre says, and I always tell this line to people in rock and everything, and when they hear the line, they realize, they're like, damn, that's like that is like one of the most realest lines ever. But Andre says on Cool Breeze's album, on that hook song, he says one of the realest shit ever if you're a fucking MC, if you're a writer. He goes, never has one member in one crew been so diverse. Trying to do the last verse that I verse, that is my curse. And that is, if you are a dope MC and you write shit to every time you write something, it's like, you motherfuckers, it's like, oh. Every time, because I know I do it. Every time I write something, it better be doper than the last shit I wrote.
Elevating.
And to consistently do that over years and years and years, that is a fucking curse. Because you want to do it and you got to do it. And the first time you don't do it, that's when it's over with. So that's what, you know what
deep.
I mean? Like straight up.
Real spill.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say this scenario, you're going on a cross-country car ride, California to New York, and you only can bring 3 albums. What are they?
That will be AT Aliens.
Ooh, I dig it.
Damn. It Was Written and Stillmatic from Nas.
That's the 3?
It Was Written and Stillmatic. Because It Was Written, by far, is Nas's best album. Stillmatic was when Nas did a bunch of shit albums and then came back because Jay-Z got in his ass and was like, no. And came back and fucking did the shit. That's what he even knew he was doing. That's why he called it Stillmatic. You know what I mean? From his first jump off Illmatic. He knew what he was doing on that shit. You know what I mean? And he ain't never dropped nothing as hot as that again. But definitely those.
Okay.
Hey, y'all remember Smooth the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler? You remember those motherfuckers? You my brother, right? No doubt. My brother, right? No doubt. Word to Trigger. Oh my God, those dudes are beast mode. I don't know what made me think about them, but how they rhyme, they would like toss their shit back.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever. Like one would go, I'm the gun toter, the brain smoker, and then the other one go, I'm the brain smoker, the gun toter, the brain smoker. Like they would, whatever the other one said, they would say it in reverse.
Kind of pivot off of
and
them.
shit. Like yeah. What's another album? I would take Das Effect's first album because that's when Das Effects changed how everybody rapped. After Das Effects came out with that album, everyone started doing the you know, doing the tongue flipping shit, and everybody was trying to use as many metaphors and similes in their lyrics as possible. And the thing is, they had to wait 2 years after that album because Das Effects literally used every metaphor and simile in that fucking album. You couldn't say shit about nothing. You couldn't talk about Jello. You couldn't talk about Ovaltine. You couldn't talk about Red Fox.
Motherfucker said Ovaltine.
They covered everything. They found a way to fucking mix all that shit in there. Fucking honeycombs. How you niggas make honeycombs sound hard?
Okay, so.
So I
go ahead.
DOS Effects. It was written Stillmatic. Mm, I almost want to say now because I went back to listen to that the other day and I only thought a couple of joints was tight. Sticky Finger solo album. That one where he's like, my dogs is my gun.
Oh, yup.
My dogs is my. You could be rich or be ghetto, and just because you poor doesn't mean that you ghetto. He had some joints on that one.
I was always a fan of Onyx.
Ludacris first album.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shout out Bangladesh.
Ludacris first album for sure.
A lot of that was produced by a producer from here in Des Moines, Bangladesh.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, that dude's a beast.
Hell yeah.
That dude is a beast. So, yeah.
All right, let's switch it up. Okay, so are you currently live in Omaha in the Omaha hip hop scene right now? Okay.
Yeah,
who are some Omaha artists that's on your radar right now, man? Give some love to the city, Cuddy. Give some love to the city, Cuddy. You gotta respect somebody out there.
Oh, I mean, there's cats I respect, but I respect my kids too. But
absolutely.
I don't know. I feel like I owe child support to a lot of you niggas.
Okay.
No, I ain't gonna be like that. See, it's kind of hard because, like, for some reason, cats here, they don't. I don't know. I'm trying to see how I can word this where I don't sound like a douchebag or something. A lot of cats here, they concentrate, like, if something's kind of hip or cool at the time, they kind of concentrate on that, and they don't really find themselves and do their own shit.
They follow trends.
Yeah, and they don't. Like, I had this cat because I got a lot of these cats. They come and they'll be like, they'll want to do shit with me, and they'll be like, and I always say, well, I'll record you, I'll do whatever. I'm like, and I'll be like, I'll make it cheap. I'll be like, we need like $20 a fucking hour. I don't give a fuck, And then they end up coming, and they don't do nothing but like kind of like, they'll kind of like fuck around with the drum machines and shit, or they'll do this and they'll just like kind of ask me questions. And I mean, I get all that shit, but like they'll try to do these certain things. Like this one kid, we was arguing because I was like, he wanted me to auto tune him before he even while he did his verse, instead of like going back after you drop and then auto tuning it. And because he was like, he had this app on his phone he was doing it with, and it will auto tune him so he could hear it while he's doing it. And he's like, well, I just like that. I think that sounds dope. And I was like, well, on this shit, you sound like fucking like ASAP Ferg and shit. I'm like, he was like, well, what do you want me to do? And I was like, I want you. I just what I told him too. I was like, I gave him back his money, and I was like, when you go and you write some shit and you spit some shit and there's no beat, there's nothing around, there's no auto tune, there's no beat, there ain't no people, there ain't nothing. You spit that shit, and that's the hardest shit you ever fucking spit. Then you come holler at me. Because me, I've been in places, like I went down to fucking Scribble Jam when they had the Scribble Jam battles. Nigga,
Ohio.
Boy, we were stealing motherfucking ink cartridges from fucking Copy Max or whatever and turning them back in for gas money. Took my raggedy ass Chrysler LeBaron all the way down to Scribble Jam just to get there. And then motherfuckers was like, I'm like, I want to do Scribble Jam. And they're like, oh, you got to submit a tape. You got to do.
You were trying to get in the MC battle?
Yeah. And I was like, man, I drove down here from Omaha. And they was like, Omaha, all right, if you can make it to the first round, you can do it. Nigga, guess who was the last person to battle Slug?
You had to battle Slug?
Yeah, we were the last two.
Oh shit!
I wasn't even supposed to be in the shit. They was like, if I could make it through the first round, I could do the battle. Nigga, I smoked everybody and got to Slug, and fucking Slug is the one that shut me down. He had all the rhyme sayers was there and shit. You know, I was there with me and my homeboy still. We still ain't our shit.
Right.
I didn't have no crew.
Yeah, he had Brother Ali and everybody with him.
Right. But that's how I got real cool with ID and shit. But yeah, I fucking, you know, I've been in positions where it's like rap. Oh, you rap. Fuck, man, I was with Kid Rock at fucking Parliament when he came down playing the Red Eye shit. And I went up to talk shit to him because I was like, man, we played Detroit and you played a free show that night. No one came to our fucking show. He was like, what you do? I was like, I rap. He was like, well, rap. And I started spitting. And then lo and behold, this nigga started spitting. Motherfucker cut me off, start rapping. And I'm battling Kid Rock in the middle of the club. I'm like, hey, you know this motherfucker ain't rap like this.
That's crazy.
But I'm battling that nigga. Then we ended up on his tour bus fucking getting fucking nice and fucking 4 blonde chicks back to the back of the bus. I was sitting with his bus driver at 4 in the morning while my wife's calling me like, where are you? I'm with Kid Rock on his bus. Well, actually, I'm with his driver now. But fuck it. But there's times you got to spit. So I wanted the dude to understand. It's like, dude, you got to sound good without any of that shit. Because you don't sound good when he's going to hear what makes you special or relevant for them to want to fuck with you or put money behind you or set you apart from anybody else. So, you know,
respect on that. I like that. That's a gem right there.
Yeah, like you should, like you gotta be able to fucking be impressive without nothing but your voice, because your voice is all it is another instrument on the song, on the track. You know what I mean? And if it can't add to the track, then what's the point? The track can be by itself. You can have anybody on that track if you can't make yourself distinctive or anything, you know, from that track. But Saint Mike, he's dope.
Who?
I've always loved Saint Mike.
Saint Mike.
He doesn't really. I don't know if he does albums. He mainly does like the King of the Dot and the battles and shit. But he's fucking. I've always thought he was super dope. Me and that dude used to, when I was trapping back in the day, me and that dude fucking sitting in hotel rooms and shit to 4 in the morning, up fucking high as hell, fucking trapping and spitting freestyles all fucking night. He's nice. He's nice as fuck. Oh, and then fucking old Reality, but his name ain't Reality anymore.
ISO.
ISO, yeah. ISO shit. Fucking
How you feel about that, man? He's tearing shit up, man. How you feel about ISO doing it that big and representing Omaha?
I think it's good. I think he's kind of seeing now, though, a little bit of kind of the slack and shit that I was getting. I think he's kind of getting that now too, because Omaha, it's big, but it's still small enough where everybody kind of like, they feel like they know you, and just because they know you, they don't want to do like certain things, or they want to, they expect certain things from you, or they put these expectations on you and shit. That's like, because I mean, I've been in positions where, shit. I remember one time I came back from touring. This cat was like, one of my homeboys was like, he was like, let's go out to the whip and smoke. And I go out to the whip and shit. And I thought it was like Goodfellas and shit, because this nigga in the back seat, fucking already in the whip. Like, hey man, we gotta talk to you, man.
Oh
man,
shit!
You ain't repping your city, man. You ain't repping your city. I'm like, man, I'm wearing my fucking Nebraska hat. I don't even like Nebraska. I wore a fucking Nebraska.
I got my hat on.
Yeah, for 60 days in front of 20,000 plus crowd every night. Like, I'm repping. Like, what else can I do? You know what I mean? Like, so. And then, oh, well, you don't have this dude on your shit. The dude garbage. I'm not gonna have him on my shit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, it's from the city or not. You feel me?
Putting extra expectations.
And a lot of the dope cats that were here, they left. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the like fucking, what's his name? Black Adam. That nigga's dope. He used to be called Imperial. He's dope. That nigga bounced. He moved to like fucking Denver or something. Shit, AJ ain't even really around here. You know what I mean? Like, they're kind of like, but they're not. Like, everyone's gone. Because, like, this, it's like, it's just a weird type of support around here. Once you start getting to a certain level, people are, so This is what I always say. I had all right. There was this compilation that I did with I don't know if you ever heard of Bobby Hatfield.
Yeah.
He's from Minneapolis. Okay, so Bobby did this compilation. It was like rhyme sayers and Cancer, Big Zach from Cancer and fucking and Bobby and fucking and then me and like a few Dro from remember Dro who I used to rap with and
Oh
shit,
yeah.
the Poets and shit. All these cats was on it. And we were driving. I went to Bobby's house, and then we all were meeting at this park in Minneapolis. And Bobby was like cooking for everybody and shit. And all these rappers was there. It actually got Prof was there.
Oh, that's dope.
All these, like this is like before Prof was big and shit. Because then me and Prof ended up doing a little tour and shit. He was hitting on my sister. My sister dude got big titties though. But so we're riding to the thing, and he's like, everyone's complaining because they're like, why do I only get to drop like one song and all this shit? And I said to Bobby, I was like, I don't know what they're complaining about. I'm like, you give me 30 seconds, I'll take your fans. I was like, that's all I need, 30 seconds. So he's doing the thing, he's talking to everybody. And he goes, and people are starting to bring that up. And he's getting frustrated. And I'm just sitting there being chill, eating like I do, because I eat. I'm sitting there eating the burger. I'm like, he's like, Jamazz, tell him what you said to me in the car. And I was like, huh? Hold on, let me swallow my burger. And I said, I just said, all I need is 30 seconds, and I'll take all your fans. And that's real talk. Everyone's so worried about their shine getting took. Listen, if we all go stand outside, we're all going to get tan. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
there's enough sunshine to go around.
That right? Like I do not understand. Listen, if fucking ICP, I'm gonna get real close to the camera. If ICP can have fans that are diehard fucking fans, then there's fans for everyone. You feel me? Like there's no one should ever worry about. Oh man, I don't want to do that because then he's gonna get. They might get my shine or they might get my. That's fucking ridiculous. If we all put the same amount into everybody else that we put into ourselves, everybody would flourish in the fucking music scene around here. But cats don't. You get these small little cliques of people. Having friends for fans. That ain't what popular is. That's why I never get about the popular kids. You know what I mean? Like, straight up. Like, it's ridiculous to even do that shit. You got to build. You would think that people would follow by example. You know what I mean? Like, I never listened to metal before, but me linking up with a metal cat brought me shit that flourished in hip hop.
Hell yeah.
Two complete polar opposite genres. You know what I mean? And it fucking I bear fruit off of that shit. More than I even have. Like dude, Tech 9 would come and play, and fucking I don't know how many times I would try to open for Tech, and they would put everybody, people that wouldn't even match with Tech, like either they'd have Buck Bowen or like you know what I mean, like somebody like that open for them, and it doesn't fit, and I'm on tour with Sid, and Tech comes to the show because Tech is a Slipknot fan.
Yeah.
Tech fucking hears me spit, and this is before I even understood that whole. And he comes up to me, he's like, "Man, you a chopper?" And I'm like, "What's a chopper?" He's like, "You fucking like, you like me, man? Like you like?" I was like, "Oh, man, that's a compliment, shit." And he goes, "Where you from?" I said, "Omaha." He goes, "Why haven't you never opened?" And I was like, "Politics, I guess." That's all I could say. He's like, "But you out here with Sid doing this shit?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "Man, next time I play Omaha, you open it." And sure enough, that motherfucker came with Brother Lynch and Chris Calico and all them motherfuckers. And them niggas called me and was like, "Yo, come to the radio station." I'll never forget this because the promoter was so fucking heated. And that would have started happening a lot, like where they would be like, "Well, we're not having any local openers." And they would say, "This nigga ain't local. Like, this nigga is touring around the United States. He's not local. he's opening. You know what I mean? And they get pissed. Like, they get so fucking pissed. But I fucking end up doing that shit. You know what I mean? That was off of me being with Sid. You know, like, it took me going with Sid and doing shit to get the recognition to open for Tech in my own town. You know what I mean? Where I'm already doing shit. And then I got niggas like Joe Pesci in the backseat talking about, yo, Record City. Well, fuck you. Like, makes no sense.
He said Joe Pesci in the backseat.
You want me to dig the fucking hole? I'll dig the fucking hole. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Funny how? Funny how?
Do I fucking amuse you or something? Like,
So let me ask you this then. I'm sure you've done hundreds, thousands of shows. How do you feel about rappers getting on the stage and rapping with vocals on the tracks?
Garbage.
Why?
Garbage. Death and bomb.
I agree with you 1,000%, but tell us why, from your perspective.
It goes back to that. You shouldn't need anything to make you dope. You should be dope. You should be dope. Bottom line. You know what I mean? You should be Twister, because Twister spits like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Motherfucker talks like that.
Tech spits like that.
Right.
RZA, if you ever talk to RZA, I've talked to RZA a bunch of times. That motherfucker talks. Are gonna let it roll up a lot. You know what I mean? Like, that's their shit. That's what makes them unique. And you're basically doing the vocal recording of your song on stage. You're Milli Vanilli-ing it. Didn't one of them motherfuckers kill themselves over that shit because they got caught lip syncing? Like, we destroyed and ridiculed Milli Vanilli. Like, seriously, we destroyed them over that shit. And now these cats are just doing that and then having like 12 motherfuckers on stage.
And I feel like
which one is?
I feel like having the 12 motherfuckers on stage, that's specifically in the gangster rap genre. Do you agree?
I would say yeah, it's in the gangster.
You know what I mean?
It's almost like they scared.
Yeah,
it's almost like they scared. They're like, I need my boys or like another target like to make sure that these.
That's just crazy, bro. And I notice it's not everyone, but a lot of the gangster rap genre. It's a lot of them that just play the track. There's no show mix. There's 50 niggas on the stage.
And they say parts of the shit.
They don't know the fucking words.
Yeah, man. It's
all for show.
And it's okay. Like, motherfuckers is getting a pass. For a perfect example, we had a Sada Baby come to Des Moines. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he got up there. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like the performance was just real lazy. Like, he was sometimes rapping into the mic, the music just playing in the background, 50 niggas on the stage, they just partying, and
right.
But everybody was satisfied. After that, everybody was like, "This is the best show Des Moines ever had." Like,
yeah, it was deep.
Well, it's because nowadays it's with social media and shit, people feel like they're more connected to artists more than ever before now. Because if they if they like something and then the artist likes their comment and like, oh, they like my comment, and they're like, you know what I mean, to where it's more now on a personal type of basis with people, with your fans now, which isn't bad, but what I don't like about it is when I rap, every time I write something, I write it in my format. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't do album. It translates into an album, but I always think of performance, because coming up, that's what I always loved, was to perform it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a fucking entertainer. You know what I mean? I want to entertain. You feel what I'm saying? So I want to impress and be like, oh, like, so I intentionally will want to do something where somebody sees it and they feel like they're like, man, I like that. And I want them to feel almost a little bit of a sense of inferiority, that they can't do that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why they like it. You know what I mean? Like, nowadays, they're taking out the superstar element, the rock star element of shit when they do shit like that, because it's not, anybody can do that. anyone could do it. So if anyone could do it, why is it special? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not everybody was Freddie Mercury. You feel me? Like, not everybody could sing like that motherfucker. Not everybody is, not everybody is fucking
Prince.
Funkmaster Flex, and not everybody is like, there's like that shit where it's like that rock star stigma or status of doing something that other people can't do. There might be other people that can do it, but there's not like a mass amount of people that can do it. That's what makes them unique. I was just talking to my chick because that one, I don't know her. I think her name's Ice Spice or something. But this chick literally became popular off of a fraction of one of fucking Nicki Minaj's personas. She sounds like one of Nicki's personas. She's not even, you feel what I'm saying? Like, she's literally took one of Nicki's personalities that she uses when she changes her voice, and that's how she raps all the time. And she's gotten big off of taking a piece of Nicki. So if you just took a piece of that bitch and got big, that bitch is a fucking supernova. You know what I mean? Nicki Minaj is a supernova in comparison to you. You're a fucking dwarf star, bitch. Like, that's like, you know what I mean? And motherfuckers, they continue to feed into that, because as soon as somebody goes on the internet and they're fucking, it's some fucking 20-year-old white girl rapping Busta Rhymes, they love it. They fucking love it. You know what I mean? And that's where the it's taking out the fucking elements of the separating from shit. Motherfuckers like, man, how you get paid, or man, how many streams you got, and how many. I'm like, I really don't care. I care about how many motherfuckers at my show. Cause I want to see you face to face, and I want to fucking rip that shit, and I want you to see me fucking sweating my ass off, and my voice cracking, and me barely making it to the end of the word, but you see I made it to the end of that word. Fucking, you know what I mean? I want all of that element to be there. So when it's all said and done, you look me in the face and you fucking compliment me, and you ain't doing what I'm doing. There's a reason why you're fucking here watching me do this. You're not fucking doing it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like, and so yeah, all that keeping your lyrics on there, that shit's fucking garbage.
So
them niggas should be executed.
So let me ask you. Go ahead, Steve-O.
I was just gonna say, that's an entertainer. It takes a special person to be an entertainer. You know what I mean? You got to embody that position, and you can't just get up there and fake the funk.
Real talk.
Exactly.
I'm one of those guys too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Top 5 MCs. Let me this just popped in my head. I'm sorry.
Oh, you only got 2, remember?
Number 3. Number 3, Lauryn Hill.
Yep.
Lauryn Hill.
Yep. Okay.
She raps doper than dudes.
Yeah. Now, let me speaking of females, I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about where the females are taking hip hop right now? Like your Glorillas, your Sexy Reds. Obviously, the content isn't new, but it seems like these days it's being pushed a lot harder than it was back in the day. There's no Queen Latifahs. There's no Lauryn Hills. It's all sexual, and I feel like they're pushing that on the babies.
Everybody's a remix of Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown.
Well, I'm saying in the forefront. In the forefront.
Yeah, in the forefront.
They're not being pushed. Yeah, they're not being pushed by the labels, is what I mean. If you look for it, obviously, we could find it.
I used to think, this is probably going to get me in trouble, but I used to think that just like with comedy, I used to be like, chicks ain't funny. Yeah, chicks ain't funny. They shouldn't do comedy. Or chicks shouldn't rap. They shouldn't rap.
Yeah.
It's like, because I just felt like those were masculine fields. You know what I mean? And the only time they would come off is if, they was almost like, Foxy sounded like a fucking dude. You know what I mean? Like, she sounded like a fucking dude. And I used to think, until Lauryn, that females, you couldn't spit and be hard and be a female. But Lauryn showed you could be a very beautiful.
Wasn't fucking with MC Light?
She sounded like a dude too.
Lady of Rage.
Dude.
Remy Ma?
Dude, think about like, dude, they were all kind of duty like. They were very dudish.
The Brat.
Their shit, you know what I mean? The Brat is.
I'm talking about how you. I thought we was talking about how they sound though. I thought we was talking about how they sound.
She sounded kind of dudish too. She sounded like she could have been in Crisscross.
Missy Elliott.
We're
gonna slide in Missy Elliott.
Now Missy's dope. Missy was dope. Missy was another one that was like very feminine, but very lyrical, very, prove me wrong.
Yep.
Missy was like the Sarah Silverman.
Nigga, what about motherfucking Eve?
Eve's another one. She was very feminine, very fucking sexy,
talented,
and very lyrical.
Yeah, Eve was the
very
shit.
lyrical.
Eve was the left eye, nigga, left eye.
Bahamadia, left eye, Bahamadia, fucking Ladybug from fucking Diggable Planets.
Yep, Diggable Planets.
Yeah.
You dug deep on that one.
Yeah.
Took it way back.
Dude, bam. Yeah, I went way back. Yeah. But dude, all these fucking chicks nowadays, they just sound like that's what I hate about the shit. Like, I'll hear 4 songs and I'll be like, who is that? And then, my chick will be like, oh, that's fucking Ice Spice, or oh, that's fucking Cardi B, or oh, that's. I'm like, they all sound like Nicki. They all sound like a poor variation of Nicki. You know what I mean? And that's what I don't like about it. You don't have to do, just because Nicki makes that shit pop like that doesn't mean you should do it, especially if you can't do it as good as she does it. You shouldn't do that.
Real talk.
You should just find your own lane. And there are some females out there that got their own little fucking style of shit. There's this one chick that sounds like a fucking female Ja Rule the Damager and shit. Fucking badass bitch. She ain't just killing it. I'm like, bitch is like from some small town somewhere and shit. Just ripping it.
Hell
like,
yeah.
Ripping it, dude. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. I'm into that shit. But when just like the young cat that was at my crib, with his Fetty Wap shit he was trying to do or whatever. It's like, come on, man. Like, there's already that person. But the sad thing is, like, I can't even use that for an argument because they become successful because fucking the labels and shit or whatever juggernaut or machines behind them will make sure that happens.
There's a proven way to get the bag, imitating. That's why, motherfuckers are being successful by copying. Right, you sound like the next motherfucker on the radio, dog. It gives you an opportunity.
Fuck with me on this one real quick because I feel like when I first started listening to music and shit in the 90s, I was fucking with that hardcore gangster shit. And I'm not saying that I don't still fuck with that. I dabble in that a little bit, but you know what I mean? But as I gotten older, I think my flavor has changed a little bit, and I'm geared more towards that super lyrical shit. I'm on some Chino XL, some King Crooked, some Joel Ortiz. And I'm not saying that some of their topics aren't street topics as well, you know what I mean? But it ain't that same flavor that it was in the 90s. I'm looking for that dude that's pushing the bars to the next level. Do you guys kind of feel the same way like that?
I've always been someone. Here's the thing with the whole gangster rap shit and stuff like that. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of those lyrical niggas were gangster.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they're gangster in real life. And they don't. And I had, like, a friend of mine back in the day was like, man, why don't you be rapping about the shit you doing? Like, out here trapping and shit. I'm like, nigga, isn't that fucking,
incriminating, nigga?
Yeah, like, why would I do that? Nigga, I'm doing it. Like, why would I rap about it?
Nigga, call the police and tell them where you live and what you're doing, nigga.
Yeah, like, come on, man. I'm like, why would I do that? And it's like, if you could do it and be creative, there's gangsters that got bars. Like, bars. You know what I mean? And they talk about being gangster with bars. So, but I've always gravitated towards motherfuckers who got bars. One, because I view shit like Highlander. You know what I mean? I'm hunting for niggas. So I want someone to be like just super nice to make me feel like step my game up type shit.
Skill versus skill.
But also I like being impressed. That's why I started even listening to hip hop and shit, because I liked somebody being clever, and I liked fucking being impressed by words or doing something different with something. You know what I mean? Like on some bus driver shit or something, or gift a gab. You know what I mean? Like fucking, you know, doing the what's that one shit where he's doing the fucking, you know what I mean? He's like trying to be like, you know, just like, I don't know, like very orchestrated with his lyrics and shit like that, or trying to be complex or deep or poetic or, you know, any of that shit, you know, because it's like a prime example of that is you take Common and Kanye, both Chicago rappers. Kanye got way bigger than Common, right?
Definitely.
But Kanye was rapping like Common. The only difference is, like, Common influenced Kanye.
Without a doubt.
You feel what I'm saying? And Kanye's lyrical like Common's lyrical. But the difference is Common doesn't compromise. See, I did that. Common doesn't compromise.
I like that.
But no, he doesn't. Common doesn't compromise words to say what he wants to say. So Kanye will, which will kind of dumb his style down a little bit. But you can remember what Kanye says. People remember what he says. Even if they don't remember the words, they remember how he says it. So his cadence, bring the date that I'm dreaming about. Next time I'm in the club, everybody screaming out. You know what I mean? How he says it is like a harmony or a tone that people gravitate to more easily than Common's shit. Because Common he won't change his shit up for that. He's like die hard and not doing that. Just like Talib and Mos Def, Talib doesn't compromise his lyrics. Mos Def would compromise words to have his fucking, you know, his kind of almost Rastafarian flow type shit. You know what I mean? Like eye against eye, flesh of my flesh and mind of my mind. And you know, fucking Talib would be like, you know, he don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So, you know, but I'm like, I like Kanye's music more than Common's, so I guess he's not doing wrong, you know. But Common's definitely more lyrical than Kanye. You know what I mean? So it's like
shit for me, man. I grew up as in the gangster rap era. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely a super fan of that culture. I'm a Dog Pound baby, a Death Row baby. You know what I'm saying?
Who's the sickest motherfucker on Death Row?
Nigga, corrupt, nigga.
RBX.
Nigga, corrupt, nigga. But I'm a King Crooked fan too, so I might have to take it there, man.
Corrupt is super sick. Corrupt, when he did the Soulless out, Corrupt kills it. Corrupt is one of the Horsemen.
Yeah, absolutely. I got that album.
Corrupt, Cannabis, who, you know, Cannabis, no one hears about him.
Kill the Priest.
If you diss LL Cool J, by the way, that is a curse in hip hop. If you diss LL Cool J, you have no career.
Yeah.
You diss that dude, he stops licking his lips and talking about the ladies, and he comes and rips your ass to remind you that, motherfucker, I'm bad.
He's bad, nigga.
I'm the first motherfucker.
The nigga take a muscle. The nigga take a muscle man's head and put his face in the sand, nigga.
I ain't met a motherfucker who could do that yet.
You know what I'm talking about?
My rocks are good, man. You don't fuck with that dude.
You don't fuck with that dude.
You don't fuck with it. But dude, RBX, that nigga got slept on.
Yeah, he's got the voice for sure.
His verse on Stranded on Death Row.
He's the narrator, dog.
I'm the inventor and the tormentor. The rage like the hillside strangler. MC Man.
He's got the whole character, dog. He's got it. You know what I'm saying? RBX is like one of your scary ass uncles at the family reunion that you scared of as a kid. You know what I'm saying?
like Lord Have Mercy. Lord Have Mercy was the illest motherfucker in Death Squad or a Flipmode Squad.
Okay, I'm not too familiar.
Now and forever. Start evil that men do. Been told by innocent or winter. That dude, the dude who does on Busta Rhymes' first album, he does the intro on it.
Oh, okay.
He's like, he's the one that says, there was, or something like, in the year, a black child was born. That's Lord Have Mercy. That nigga is sick. That motherfucker is sick. You don't even hear from that nigga.
But
niggas like that probably like like they're in the studio and they rap that fucking final verse or something and just turn into fucking just pure energy and fucking vaporize it. Like, well, there he goes. Like, it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. Like,
that's what happens when you got bars like that.
But
like Murphy Lee was like that too. Like that
Murph Durf
from St. Lunatic.
Yeah.
But where he at?
He used to come up here and do shows every once in a while.
Fucking
Does he?
I ain't seen him in a minute, but yeah.
Fucking
yeah.
I grew up in the gangster rap era, man. I'm a Death Row baby, Dog Pound, you know what I'm saying? King Crooked, you know what I'm saying? I love the new Death Row and shit, all that. Brother Lynch hung, Spice One,
Brother Lynch.
You know.
Nigga, the nuts and guts and slabs of human meat, motherfucker.
You dig?
Daddy working hard for you, nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then Do or Die, Twista, you know, I'm a Tech 9 guy too, Bone Thugs and Harmony. I say all that to say, as I gotten older, I feel like my palate's gotten, you know, my musical palate has gotten more mature. I don't tend to listen to the gangbang music anymore. You know what I'm saying? The newer era of gangster rap. You know, because I can't relate to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm more like Steve-O nowadays. As I'm more looking for the bars and shit now, and the grown up shit. You know what I'm saying? The more. I want the rap. I want the rap that it took. When you hear it, you could tell that it took effort to write this shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. You didn't just go in there and freestyle this shit off the. You didn't Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat me and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
I go back and like you listen to something, then you go back and listen to it again. You catch something you didn't catch the first time.
Yeah.
I love.
And I'm doing that years later. I can. You know what I'm saying? There's some shit I can listen to like, damn, I ain't even.
I still turn on some of that Bad Meets Evil with Royce the 5'9" and Eminem, and I'm like, what the fuck
Shout
did he just
Royce
say?
Too. Shout out Royce.
Dude, Royce. Yeah, how can I forget about Royce? Oh my god. Yeah, Royce is a beast, dude. Royce is a fucking beast.
Yeah.
Royce is a beast, and that dude is cool as fuck, man. Like any time they are anywhere, I can roll up with that dude and just be like, "What up?" and he'll get me in. I did a small tour with him, and that dude was cool as shit. And I think the thing that why me and him clicked is we played this club in Minneapolis, and they had there was like a glass room on the side of the stage that you could see. The whole club could see you in this glass room, and the artist was in there. And there was like they had like it was like a bottle of Hennessy and some other shit, and it was Royce's shit. And I was there with Dro, as a matter of fact, and we were sitting there, and I was kind of gacked, and I was like, man, I want to drink so bad, And Dro was like, dude, that's $250 a bottle. You know, he was like, don't fuck with it. And I didn't recognize Royce when he first walked up. Because I didn't really see a lot of them back in the day. It wasn't a visual, you know, it wasn't all that YouTube and shit. So I didn't really recognize him at first. But he was like, he pulled the bottle out, was like, here you go, homie, and gave it to me. And I was like, shit, man, thanks, dog. I'm like, bah. And then I like looked at him, I was talking to him for a second, I recognized his voice. And I was like, oh shit, you're Royce. You know, and I never fan out. I fanned out. And I started just spitting this nigga's lyrics to him. You know, I was like, dude, you got him on run. I'm just like, and he was like, man, this nigga cool. He know his shit. You know what I mean? So the next few nights, he would come and find me whatever city we were in, and we just would end up kicking and shit. And then when Slaughterhouse, what was his name? Joel Ortiz or whatever, the other nigga that's in Slaughterhouse. He actually raps about that night on one of the albums because he leaves, and he had to leave because his mom died.
Oh, and shit!
Probably on that song "Goodbye."
Yeah, it is, and he left. He left the show that night. But yeah, I went and I just walked right in the back of that motherfucker to where the bus is. Motherfucker was like, hey, like security dudes, and I was like, before they could get to me, I just boom on the door and shit. And that motherfucker opened the door, was like, what's up, man? And like, you know, stepped out and shit, had a little like bulletproof vest on and shit. And yeah, I mean, that dude was kicking. Royce is nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
so nice.
Super talented.
Yeah, dude. He's got his style. I always try to explain this to motherfuckers too, is if you listen to Royce, nobody raps like him. he is notorious for. It almost sometimes makes me hurt as an MC and a writer, because it's like he intentionally will go over, like you'll be like, you're supposed to stop here, and he'll like go over, like, you know, like somebody off the top, you know what I mean? Like he will carry the bars over an extra bar, like when you should be stopping on the.
Oh, sure.
He'll be like, stop, nigga, damn. Like, you know, like, stop. But he's like, he's notorious for that, and it's dope. I think it's so, and nobody else does that. I haven't heard another rapper on the. Eminem doesn't even do it. I haven't heard another rapper do it how he does that. You know what I mean? Like, and he did it a lot on Bad Meets Evil. I think that's his go-to to get M. You know what I mean? Like, that's his way of being like, you know, like, you nice motherfucker, but you can't do the. You know what I mean?
Follow me after this.
Yeah, because to pull that off and to make it still sound, because to the regular ear, it just sounds like he's rapping. But if you're trained in that shit, you get what the fuck he's doing, and that's what makes it dope. Because it's like, damn, nigga, you know what I mean? Like, boom, like this thing here is number one, number one,
Caterpillar.
number one. You know what I mean? Like, it's just how he does the shit is fucking his delivery is super sick to go with his super sick ass rhymes. You know what I mean? Like, so, and them niggas can't blow. Nobody raps like them niggas either. Them motherfuckers got their own slang.
Yeah.
Like, you have to really like, you're like, okay. You almost gotta like take their shit and like kind of put your own, like, I think they mean, I think they're talking about getting a blow. I think that's what he's saying. I'm pretty sure he said something volcano top, robot draining the crotch. Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about. Like, you know, you're like, because they don't give a fuck. They're just like, you know, I'm like Crystal Carrington, Ice Rock Gritty, Carlito, flowing T-flashes, Acapulco homicide scene. All right, nigga, you taking a vacation. I get it. You know what I mean? Like, all right, bro. All right, you just had to say it super fancy. All right, I get it. Like, the motherfuckers, yeah, they're dope. I like them motherfuckers.
Shit, where you want to take it, Steve-O?
Man, I mean, we fucking...
We put it in.
We put in work. We've been doing this for an hour and a half.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, real talk. I'm looking at the clock, Connor. We've been rocking for an hour and a half. So, okay, so we definitely got to plug the show. January 11th, you're going to be in Des Moines.
Des Moines. Lefties. I love lefties.
Yeah. Shout out to Eric.
Love
Much respect.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Lefties is dope.
Yep,
You'll be up here with Big Dog and Danny Diablo.
Yeah.
We just added King Serp.
Yes.
We got King Serp on there now.
All right.
Yep,
all right.
we was just talking about Sinister Carney. We might be able to get him on there too. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and it's all and with that shit, it's Danny is super cool. He was even like, you know, he was like, I was ready. I put my expectations higher for him, and he was kind of, you know, when he started talking about the writer shit, he was like, a couple of pizzas and 6-pack of beer, and like, you know what I mean? He's like, the dude is just fucking, he's cool as fuck, man. Great guy, good ass fucking performer. He's probably like pushing 50, and the motherfucker gets it in. Like, he's gonna sweat. You know what I mean? He's gonna sweat. He doesn't play. His squad doesn't play. DRP doesn't play. They're seasoned. They're old fucking hardcore punk rockers that fucking rap and shit, and it's gonna be a good time.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
And Lefties is a perfect spot for it too.
Oh hell yeah, definitely.
And then you guys are hitting.
They got that.
You guys are hitting Omaha.
Yeah. Doing Omaha, then Sioux City, Vegas is this week, and then I believe we're going to be hitting Michigan, Wisconsin, and Illinois. Those are going to be added. And then what I'm trying to do is this is what I'm trying to do. All right?
Lay it on
I'm trying
me.
to parlay the shit. I'm trying to parlay the shit so it goes. So then at the beginning of the year, I'll have this shit with fucking Trauma from Head PE. And then we doing a Danny Diablo, Head PE, fucking, Jamazz, Outlaw, fucking Jump Off.
There you go.
And then we take that shit. We take that shit on the road, you know what I mean? And then I'm rapping on like 9 nigga sets.
Fuck with that.
I turned that 30 seconds into
I fuck with that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Ray, what else you got going on?
Man, we at Lefty's Live Music December 15th, man. We're throwing a party for my cousin C-Rob and Colo Chanel.
Okay.
So, yeah, $10 at the door. Doors open at 8:30, man. We're giving away a fucking Nintendo Wii. I mean, a Nintendo Switch. So,
oh, shit.
yeah.
I might have to get up on
You know what I'm
that.
saying? Yeah, come fuck with us.
I wouldn't be doing myself justice if I didn't shout out my homie Strawstone. We got Ill Bill, you know what I mean? Hip hop, New York royalty, you know what I mean? Ill Bill gonna be in the building, and we got him at Lefty's December 11th. So
yeah, I might come down there just to see if I can rip them.
hell yeah.
It's all a good fun. I did Mac Lethal. I did that nigga dirty when he came.
Oh shit.
Roasted that nigga at the waiting room. Roasted him. He was talking big shit at the end. Well, who any of y'all want to battle me? I was like, nigga, what? Like, roasted that motherfucker. Not in my city. No.
That's hilarious.
No. You rap about breakfast now, nigga. Rap about breakfast.
That's
now.
funny. Well, say, how can people follow you, man, on your social medias, man, and how can people contact you if they want to work?
Listen, I'm not being cocky. Just go to your Google Drive, Jamazz. It's only me. There ain't no other. All the shit, like 19 pages of shit. I've got multiple albums on Spotify. I have stations on iHeartRadio, Pandora, TikTok, fucking every social media or store platform my shit's on. I got vinyl records. Go DJ pools and get my vinyl and shit. I got fucking, then I got my Facebooks and all that stuff too. But if you Google Jamazz, Jamazz, all my links is there. I fucks with anybody. I don't care what genre you in, I fucks with you. If you try to do something different, I fucks with you.
There you go.
That's what's up. I fuck with it, bro.
You know what I mean?
We might have to see about getting you and Danny Diablo up here when we got you guys in town. Big dog.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna fit everybody in one shot, but we'll figure it out.
hey, well, yeah, we'll get it. We'll definitely can get that shit figured out, even if we gotta do multiple phones and shit.
Hell yeah.
And I got bars for days. I don't charge.
That's what's up.
I get paid from the pure gratification of me being sick.
I'll fuck with that.
And being hurt on another.
What you say? You do free collabs, nigga? Is that what you saying?
Yeah, I throw bars on whatever.
I'm finna fuck with you too. I'm gonna make you stand on that.
I don't charge on that shit.
I'm gonna make you stand on that.
I get paid when I hit the stage.
I can dig it.
You know what I'm saying? All that other shit, that's me flexing.
Hell yeah.
I'm flexing. I'm practicing. I'm flexing. I'm promoting. It's marketing. It's fucking. I'm out there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I don't charge for that shit. Niggas, I want them. I want 1,000. I want 10
Oh yeah.
customers.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. Just rap, man.
Just rap. I like that.
I came up. You know what I'm saying? I'd be walking down and there'd be fucking 6 niggas in a circle. I'd go up and rapping. Ain't nobody. We ain't trying. We just throwing bars back and forth with each other. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
Respect.
You know what I mean? It recording or not recording. I'm just stepped in a cipher. So I'm gonna do my best and flex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No doubt. Well,
all right, yo. On that note.
The shit was like, it's a rap. Wow. That was the perfect way to stop that.
That really
shit.
was.
You know what I'm saying? Doing my shit and flex, nigga. I'm out.
All right, yo.
Oh, shit.
On that note, it's your boy, that motherfucker Steve, coming at you live from EmceeTV Studios in Des Moines, Iowa. I got with me my homeboy.
This your boy Big Ray West, B-I-double-G, representing the west side of Des Moines, Iowa, not to be confused with the coast, you know.
And the one and only Jamazz.
Jamazz, the rebel alien.
Hey, I'm going to tap in with you, Cuddy.
All right.
All right.
Until next time, we out.
Yep.
Been known to snatch a piece or two. Y'all can't take over cause we gon' eat the you. Rock steady like a ginger brought Aretha through. This shit torture and I'ma keep feeding you. On that East Coast shit, y'all better duck down. Price on his dome, 5 on it like yuck mouth. When the plug get knocked, that's when the price jumps. American Nightmare, that's where the Spice One. Rappers running like Ricky in the alleyway. Putting an end to the week, no Saturday. They want static, get it shaking like Cassius Clay. Passionate thugs mixing Douce with Alizé. Don't play with us, them goons ain't got you safe enough. Yellow fuck 'em like Smokey off the angel dust. My life so real, sounds like I made it up. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up. Dangerous, softer than a razor's touch. We hit that strip and get the caking up. God hate ugly, so ain't no saving us. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up. Big balls don't